1 Chronicles 9. So all Israel was enrolled by genealogies, and these are written in the book of the kings of Israel. And Judah was taken into exile in Babylon because of their unfaithfulness. Now the first to live again in their possessions in their towns were Israelites, priests, Levites, and temple servants. And some of the people of Judah, Benjamin, Ephraim, and Manasseh lived in Jerusalem. Uttai, son of Amihud, son of Omri, son of Imri, son of Bani, from the sons of Perez, son of Judah, and of the Shilonites, Asaiah the firstborn and his sons, of the sons of Zerah, Joel and their kin, 690, of the Benjaminites, Sallu son of Meshullam, son of Hodaviah, son of Hasenuiah, Ibniah, son of Jeroham, Elah, son of Uzzi, son of Mikri, and Meshullam, son of Shaphatiah, son of Ruel, son of Ibnijah, and their kindred according to their generations, 956. All these were heads of families according to their ancestral houses. Of the priests, Jedaiah, Jehoiarib, Jachin, and Azariah son of Hilkiah, son of Meshullam, son of Zadok, son of Meraioth, son of Ahitub, the chief officer of the house of God, and Adaiah son of Jeroham, son of Pashur, son of Malkijah, and Masai son of Adiel, son of Jazerah, son of Meshullam, son of Meshulamith, son of Immer, besides the kindred, heads of their ancestral houses, 1,760, qualified for the work of the service of the house of God. Of the Levites, Shemaiah son of Hashub, son of Azrikam, son of Hashabiah, of the sons of Merari, and Bakbakar, Herish, Galal, and Mattaniah, son of Micah, son of Zikri, son of Asaph, and Obadiah, son of Shemaiah, son of Galal, son of Jeduthun, and Berechiah, son of Asa, son of Elkanah, who lived in the villages of Netophathites. The gatekeepers were Shallum, Akub, Talmon, Ahiman, and their kindred. Shallum was the chief, stationed previously in the king's gate on the east side. These were the gatekeepers of the camp of the Levites: Shallum son of Kore, son of Ebiasaph, son of Korah, and his kindred of his ancestral house. The Korahites were in charge of the work of the service, guardians of the thresholds of the tent, as their ancestors had been in charge of the camp of the Lord, guardians of the entrance. And Phinehas, son of Eleazar, was chief over them in former times. The Lord was with him. Zechariah, son of Meshlemiah, was gatekeeper at the entrance of the tent of meeting. All these who were chosen as gatekeepers at the thresholds were 212. They were enrolled by genealogies in their villages. David and the seer Samuel established them in their office of trust. So they and their descendants were in charge of the gates of the house of the Lord, that is the house of the tent, as guards. The gatekeepers were on the four sides, east, west, north, and south. And their kindred who were in their villages were obliged to come in every 7 days in turn to be with them. For the four chief gatekeepers, who were Levites, were in charge of the chambers and the treasures of the house of God. And they would spend the night near the house of God, for on them lay the duty of watching, and they had charge of opening it every morning. Some of them had charge of the utensils of service, for they were required to count them when they were brought in and taken out. Others of them were appointed over the furniture and over all the holy utensils, also over the choice flour, the wine, the oil, the incense, and the spices. Others of the sons of the priests prepared the mixing of the spices, and Mattithiah, one of the Levites, the firstborn of Shallum, the Korahite, was in charge of making the flat cakes. Also some of the kindred of the Kohathites had charge of the rows of bread to prepare them for each Sabbath. Now these are the singers, the heads of ancestral houses of the Levites, living in the chambers of the temple, free from other service, for they were on duty day and night. These were the heads of ancestral houses of the Levites according to their generations. These leaders lived in Jerusalem. In Gibeon lived the father of Gibeon, Jael, and the name of his wife was Maacah. His firstborn was Abdon, then Zur, Kish, Baal, Ner, Nadab, Gedor, Ahio, Zechariah, and Mikloth. And Mikloth became the father of Shimeon, and these also lived opposite their kindred in Jerusalem with their kindred. Ner became the father of Kish, Kish of Saul, Saul of Jonathan, Malchishua, Abinadab, and Ishbal. And the son of Jonathan was Meribbal, and Meribbal became the father of Micah. The sons of Micah, Pithon, Melech, Tariah, and Ahaz. And Ahaz became the father of Jerah, and Jerah of Alemeth, Azmaveth, and Zimri. And Zimri became the father of Moza. Moza became the father of Binea, and Rephaiah was his son, Eliasa his son, Azel his son. Azel had 6 sons, and these are their names: Azrikam, Bocheru, Ishmael, Sheariah, Obadiah, and Hanan. These were the sons of Azel. 1 Chronicles 10. Now the Philistines fought against Israel, and the men of Israel fled before the Philistines and fell slain on Mount Gilboa. The Philistines overtook Saul and his sons, and the Philistines killed Jonathan and Abinadab and Malchishua, sons of Saul. The battle pressed hard on Saul, and the archers found him, and he was wounded by the archers. Then Saul said to his armor-bearer, "Draw your sword and thrust me through with it, so that these uncircumcised may not come and make sport of me." But his armor-bearer was unwilling, for he was terrified. So Saul took his own sword and fell on it. When his armor-bearer saw that the Saul was dead, he also fell on his sword and died. Thus Saul died, he and his 3 sons, and all his house died together. When all the men of Israel who were in the valley saw that the army had fled, and that Saul and his sons were dead, they abandoned their towns and fled, and the Philistines came and occupied them. The next day, when the Philistines came to strip the dead, they found Saul and his sons fallen on Mount Gilboa. They stripped him and took his head and his armor, and sent messengers throughout the land of Philistines to carry the good news to their idols and to the people. They put his armor in the temple of their gods and fastened his head in the temple of Dagon. But when all Jabesh Gilead heard everything that the Philistines had done to Saul, all the valiant warriors got up and took away the body of Saul and the bodies of his sons and brought them to Jabesh. Then they buried their bones under the oak in Jabesh and fasted 7 days. So Saul died for his unfaithfulness. He was unfaithful to the Lord in that he did not keep the command of the Lord. Moreover, he had consulted a medium seeking guidance and did not seek guidance from the Lord. Therefore, the Lord put him to death and turned the kingdom over to David, son of Jesse.